Let's talk about the new Beauty Bay Mini Charms palette. This is a all shimmer 9-pan palette and it retails for $13, and they do have sales quite a bit often, so you will probably be able to get it even cheaper. I'm going to be showing you detailed swatches of all the shades, and then I'll give you some of my thoughts at the end of the video, so let's get right into it. For pan size reference, here is the Petite Fours palette from Viseart, and here is LH Cosmetics. So these look larger, so these are closer into Viseart, and they are not magnetic, so you can't pop these out. I'm going to be swatching these from here and going down the row 3 at a time. For texture reference, this one is the Mini Charms and this one is LH Cosmetics. So the LH Cosmetics shadows are a little bit more textured, though they do smooth out. And I'm not going to be doing a full comparison of all the shades. Here they are in comparison. The color's pretty different. In terms of sparkly, I think the Mini Charms is maybe just a little bit less sparkly. Here is the first row. And none of these feel squishy or overly emollient. If anything, this one maybe feels just a little bit thicker to the touch, but it is also more opaque. And then these two definitely feel more on the drier side. So this one's like an iridescent. It's very, very sheer. I should have started swatching a little bit higher. But this one, the last one, is definitely the most opaque out of them, which I think is going to make them very versatile in terms of the mattes that you pair them with. These are almost like a multi-chrome, so they do have a shift. So this one is pink straight on with a shift to gold, and then this one is like a peachy base with a shift to yellow gold, and then the top shade also shifts to yellow gold. Here's the next 3 shades. I think you can tell a little bit of a sparkle difference. So these two are more sparkly than this one. This one is more smooth and opaque, but they look like they're going to be so beautiful. Wow. Definitely very sheer and very light. But this one is so far the most opaque. It's a little bit like a gunmetal type of shade. I added another layer to this shade. I feel like they do look a little bit similar. They're a little bit silvery blue, flashing straight on, with this one being more of icy blue. But they do have different flecks throughout them, so they're quite dimensional and super, super pretty. I'm not really sure if I see a shift in these 3. And the pink and the blue feel just maybe a little bit more emollient in the pan. Here's the last row. I mean, look at these. This is $13. I feel like this alone looks really nice, but obviously swatches don't tell the whole story. So then here's this one. Love this one. This one does feel a little bit squishy in the pan, but not like in a really, really creamy, super move around kind of way. You really have to press in there. And these are all quite opaque. Oh my god, this one is so interesting. I love these kinds of shades. It has a greenish teal base with a purpley pink flash straight on. And also love this purple. This is like a dusty purple base with some blue sparkles. Really, really beautiful. Priming with the Natasha Denona eyeshadow primer. I'm going to be using my Oden's Eye Single Mattes. Picked up Agnes, and I'm going to put that into the crease and just kind of blend it up and out. Then taking Jord on the outer corner. And if you've noticed, my lashes are a little wonky. I redid my lash perm because I did it, I'm gonna say like 2 months ago at least at this point, about-ish, and it came out so good. And then this time I think I messed it up just a little bit, so they're a little wonky and they look a little like crimped almost, and that was totally my mistake. So I'm just gonna have to kind of wait it out. I think I can redo it, but I think I'm just gonna let it go. And then I'm going back in here and just smudging this out further. Just picked it up on my finger. Look how sparkly it is, and I'm just gonna tap it on. I did use this palette the other day. I wore it to work, and I used, actually I think it might have been this shade or the one next to it, all over the lid, and I had only the smallest amount of creasing, which doesn't bother me at all. I can just tap it out. It didn't disintegrate or anything like that. There was just a little bit of creasing that happened after a few hours, so that makes me very happy. And I'm going to use this brush from Ulta Beauty called Max Impact 170, and I'm going to pick up the iridescent shade on it. And I misted my brush just a little bit after I picked it up, and I'm just going to swoop that up here. Actually, I feel like these two shades look a little similar next to each other, especially. Here's the first finished look. For the second look, I'm taking Yosef from Oden's Eye, and I'm gonna put that just into the crease. Just gonna add a little bit in here as well. kind of wanted to go in with a green, and I'm not sure if I really want to do that. Look at eyeshadowing with a green would be interesting. But I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it. I'm kind of thinking that I'm just going to leave the purple and not use another matte. Taking a little bit of setting powder just on the edges. And I'm going to be using this really cool shade. And I'm just going to put it all over the lid. I definitely think these will pick up really great with just a brush. That is so cool. I love the way that the purple, the pinky purple reflect plays off of the crease. And then you can really see the tealish green base in that shadow. That looks awesome. I picked that same shade up and I missed it in my brush, and I'm gonna actually bring it underneath my lower lash line. Just kind of connect it. I felt like it needed to be connected down there. Ooh, I love this. Here's the second finished look. I'm very impressed with this palette. I think it's 100% worth $13. Even if this was $20, $25, I think this would be worth it. This is a great affordable option, and I like that these are smaller pans and that all of these are very smooth. Now, I did mention some of these are a little bit more emollient, so I do have to wear test these further, but so far so good. As I mentioned, I did wear this all day for a 12-hour day, and I had minimal creasing, which is pretty impressive. I think there's a really nice variety of some topper-like shades and some more opaque shades, as well as some more interesting kind of shades like this shade and this shade. My only con is that these two shades look just a little bit similar to each other, but I think if you pair this one with blue mattes and this one with pink mattes, I think those will bring out those tones and those shades that you see in the pan. Some of the shades do have a little bit more sparkle than others, but overall I love the look of these. This almost looks wet on the lid, and I just think for $13 for what you're getting, 100% worth it. If you're ordering anything from Beauty Bay and you're very interested in this and want to add something like this into your collection, you see yourself using this a lot. So let me know in the comments below if you plan on picking this up, or did you already pick it up? What do you think of it? I would love to hear your thoughts. And that's everything for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time.